Peace, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for sharing your time and energy in my space with me. I am officially 1 week into the 75-day medium challenge, and I am here to share an update. I made it to day 6. After almost 1 week into the challenge, I'd like to share what my cousin calls glows and grows, which are essentially the challenges I faced as well as what went really well. Let's start with the glows, why don't we? My best friend got me a Skylight digital calendar for my birthday this year, and it's been coming in really clutch for me to track my daily completion. I also use a habit tracker on my smartphone, which has 3 out of the 5 tasks that I'm completing with the 75-day challenge. And that's been another really great visual reminder for me and essentially keep me motivated. The book I'm reading has relatively short chapters, so I think I'm averaging somewhere around 12 or 13 to 15 pages a day instead, which is nice. I can very much see myself hitting my 1 book a month goal at this rate. With my Bible reading, I flip between the Old and New Testament, so I was actually able to finish the book of Luke, and I've started the book of Judges. I decided against wasting paper with printing out my workout challenge and my meal plan. Initially, I wanted those to be in front of me every day, but the meal prep, once I do the grocery shopping and actually prepare the meals, everything is in the refrigerator for me to see. So the list itself really serves no purpose. These weren't on my list, but why would they put pumpkin spice muffins so close to the register? Go on, get in that cart, baby. I had to spin the block on the fruit bowls because they're so good. I can easily eat like 2 of these in a day. So this time around, I actually prepped extra. The prep was the most time-consuming thing. The actual cooking wasn't too crazy, but it took a good chunk of time. I want to say a good 3 hours this go round. But so worth it, worth every moment, every second. Every time I pull Tupperware out of my refrigerator, future Zenja just thanks me. She's so grateful. It definitely can be time consuming, especially depending on what you make.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
And I do love the satisfaction of checking a workout off of my calendar every day, but I decided instead to do that digitally, so I still get the best of both worlds. Exercise has been consistent every day, which I am very proud of. I actually started my workouts on September 1st, even though I started the challenge itself on September 2nd. And thus far, I've been going strong. We are a couple of days into the month, and I haven't taken any days off from Pilates. Pilates buddies. Related to working out, for the grows, I find that if I'm not exercising first thing in the morning, I'm typically catching myself doing it really late at night. Sometimes I'll get a quick workout in midday, but typically once my workday starts, I'm kind of just like zoned in and focused on other tasks. My goal ultimately is to get the 75-day challenge task completed as early as possible. So that's something that I'm working on as these weeks progress. The evening workouts, of course, aren't necessarily a bad thing. It's just preferential. And for me, I would like to do it in the daytime, like in the morning at the start of my day. Another growth for me is I like to read scripture right before I go to bed, just so it's the last thing on my mind before I slumber. What's been happening lately is I'm already tired, already tucked in, getting ready to snooze for the night, and I find that I'm reading for completion rather than comprehension, which I don't particularly want to do. I want to take my time and really learn the word. Something I thought about today, which I plan to implement tomorrow, is habit stacking with scripture reading. Habit stacking, if you're not familiar, is grouping different tasks or habits together and completing them in unison. I think instead what I'm gonna do is read my scripture while I'm having dinner. That way it's still late enough into the evening, but not right before I go to bed where I'm feeling lethargic and already tired and not necessarily taking in the word that I'm trying to understand better. So it's closer to bedtime, but not too late. So it was all going so well, and then I messed up. See, what had happened was following my nutrition plan and my meal prep, following my workout plan, exercising daily, and I hadn't missed a beat reading both my literature and my scripture up until Sunday. Saturday was such a full day for me, and I ended up going to sleep pretty late. And then I went outside with my best friend on Sunday, but I hadn't been fully well rested the way that I know I needed to. Since I wasn't sure what time I would be back home, I made sure I did my Pilates before I left my house. I packed my meal prep in my lunch bag. I had my bottle of water. I was so prepared for it to be yet another successful day of my 75-day medium challenge, right? And I have this habit I need to break of taking night naps. Night nap. The delusional, mythical idea that I will wake up after sundown and be productive in the middle of the night. But it usually results in me sleeping the whole night and waking up the next morning. I used to do this so successfully in college, and I'm almost certain it was the stress of deadlines and papers looming over my head that would jolt my body up out of my sleep. I thought this could be a habit that I carried into adulthood, but that is not the case. But why I continue to test these waters, I do not know. So yeah, I took a nap around 9 p.m. and surely woke up at 2:37 in the morning. I didn't crack a book open. I didn't read a single word. And that is where I messed up. At first, I was enabling myself. I was like, time is not real. The sun hasn't come up yet. Read now. Read now, and we can still count it toward day 7. Just do it. I was so tempted to be dishonest and be like, yeah, it's a whole new day, but the sun is not up. I was gonna hop on Beyonce's internet and tell y'all week 1 was flawless. If I can do it, you can do it too. My spirit would not let me lie. I literally said, I have to tell the truth. Even if I was dishonest on my page, I couldn't hide that dishonesty from myself, right? I would feel like a fraud, I think, every day until that 75th day, which inevitably would have caused me to restart because I would have fumbled again somewhere else down the line. So that happened. It wasn't a perfect 7 days straight. I made it to 6. Still proud of 6. So we are back. We're back at day 1, because if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try it again. Again and again and again and again. It's so funny because I remember telling my best friend at around day 3 or 4, I was like, did I make this too easy? Because I was completing everything effortlessly. And then I realized that the hard part is the consecutiveness. Consecutively doing something for 75 days It is not for the faint of heart. I'm not gonna hold you. Consistency is something that I've struggled with in the past. Not anymore. We're not speaking that over ourselves. Words are powerful, so we're not doing that. And that is initially what prompted me to do this challenge in the first place. To challenge myself with consistency. To prove that I could do something for a set amount of days consecutively. And I can, and I will. Drum roll, please. Welcome to day 1, part 2. Also, today is 9/9, and if there's anything she loves, it's number synchronization. So it just feels right restarting on September 9th. I'm not mad at it. I picked up right where I left off. I'm giving myself grace. Day 1, part 2 is already off to a great start, and the remaining days will also follow suit. Thank you for spending your time and energy in my space with me. Thank you for your patience. I'm not gonna let me down. I'm not gonna let y'all down, for everybody who's rooting for me. And I will leave us with this quote: strive for what you believe in, set goals, and you can achieve them. Peace.